with the E, of course. Need to be careful though, because the mid jungle of G2 is quite weak, but they have a lot of setup from bot lane, so they need that bot lane to impact the game.
Absolutely do. Curious to see how Yike is going to perform in this position where he's just been set up to kind of...
G2 just constantly invading bot side. Yike and Mickey teaming up. VTO and Xerxes around. Caps is matching. Needs to be careful here.
Good bit of poke. VTO has the setup. Scatter the weak, not going to come out quite yet. Xerxes just trying to retreat here. Targamas in the area. Jin getting the root, but doesn't really match the damage of the Heimerdinger quite yet, so not doing the whole ton, but that could just be enough. Yike! Cut down first blood in the studio. He's like, I want to sing the song. We get onto this studio. He's like, I don't want to sing the song. I'm just saying, that's inconsistent. Anyway.
We're back in business. Okay, so taking stock. Yike just died. He's coming out of base. Kill
Mickey,
went over.
Big stun. Good bit of poke.
No
Patrick,
flash.
No flash. Cleanse coming out here. Flash forward. Monzama! Instantly they're going to grab the kill. Targamas now trying to fire back. But instantly slowed down. Lockup is there. Targamas.
Has the ignite, but he's not in range to drop the ignite. So Summoner's never really about bot lane. It was about bot lane playing.
Arrow from downtown to connect the fall, the stun, the grenade. It's a perfect combo. And down goes VTO.
He can't move. He just has to sit there watching his screen. Mickey though has flash shorts. Hey,
should just get taken out here. Xerxes now following up, waiting, holding onto the ult as long as possible. They don't want to overcommit. I think taking a lot more damage than they expected from Mickey there on that rotation. Broken Blade on the way down, level 8. Odoamne behind him.
Okay, it's a 3v4. Looks like they don't want to opt into it. VTO's not there.
They were going to tell us what they thought of that arrow, but all they had to say was nice. So we didn't open their mics.
Ooh, Odo got Broken Blade's flash. Hang on a second, Odo.
Oh, here, Odoamne, can he just take him down? He's going to try to get one more. No! Oh, his ankles! Oh, God! A little individual outplays, as well as some good map movement.
Oh.
Especially from a rookie jungler. Yike, gonna have to hold that thought. Target is now locked up. Instant flash over! There's no fear, there's no hesitation. Yike going for the kill on Targamas.
Oh, Caps has 90 HP. VTO, I think he tried to get the kill onto Caps, landed the stun, Caps flashed away. He just about lived. Everyone's living on 1 HP here.
Yike used to smite. Yike used to smite. No!
Yoink. Throwing spells.
This is so obnoxious. And this is uncanny in terms of how much it reminds me of early G2 2019. They're sacking bot lane and they're completely overloading a different side lane. Here we go. No.
He just dies. Wow, okay. Recently blown from arrows, from Heimerdinger, ults with the E, just bouncing across the lane. Caps just forcing the play. You got Yike with the... It's 4.
Set up flanking TP wards for the Cassante. Xerxes with no flash means he's going to have such a hard time finding an off angle. If you get Odoamne or Xerxes on a flank, you have a chance.
It's more difficult because you can be punished so easily. If you land a Varus ult or a Syndra stun, they are dead.
Back and forth top side. Broken Blade. More natural sustain, but has to be careful about these all-ins here from Cassante. That's all out from Odoamne. Now committing against the reset on the W. Now Broken Blade leaping in for the stun, but he can't commit for anything else. Broken Blade still standing for big damage. Yike coming in, says not today on that 1v1.
That was a gentleman's 1v1. A lot of outplays from both sides. Broken Blade flashing the Q3, going back in. Odo flashing the stun, then dashing back in. It was on a knife's edge, but Yike just comes in and says, nope, my kill. And Mickey fighting the enemy mid-jungle. Has no flash yet.
The stun going to go down, but it's not going to matter. The Wukong just keeps spinning.
Very far away from a soul for either side. It's just top-side vision contest. Targamas on the way up here. If Broken Blade stays, he could get no. Here's the TP from Caps.
Big stun going to lock down VTO for now. Targamas in the area, but Caps just going to walk in here, throw down his ultimate, try to burn down VTO before he can even get the ulti off there. He's going to throw it out, but Caps still standing. Broa keeping him so healthy. He's just so tanky. Getting out to safety with the flash. Odoamne now coming over the wall. Odoamne looking for a way out of this one. He goes all out. He pulls him back in. The stun now going down. Odoamne's managed to find one. He has a lot of vamp here, but it will not be enough to live. G2 taking the exchange.
3 for
2, 3. The stun now going to connect onto Patrick. That's going to be big. They're getting slow, losing a lot of health, just trying to approach the pit. There is nothing here for them short of a miracle steal. They will not find it. Mitigated by how well G2 have been picking their fights and finding individual weak points. You know, when we look back at that last exchange, it's just so hard if VTO is not able to use it.
3 levels up on Xerxes right now. The Baron helps a lot, but it's just an ARAM for this mid tower. Caps can get a lot of damage here, though.
VTO now locked up. Hansama trying to finish the kill. VTO flashing out to safety and chasing him down. Will it get the job done? Just out of range. Hansama taking down Patrick in the meantime, however. Tower getting cut through. Mickey up to the side, just trying to stop the back. That's a bouncy grenade. 1, 2, and 3.
So Mickey continue towards bot.
Broken Blade can just walk forward, fish for the stun. Third Q is available. Unstoppable now trying to push it back out to safety. The lockdown is going to be there. Pulls him back away. Nice dodge. Now going to try to finish off Mickey. Now leaping away back to the rest of his team. Broken Blade trying to finish it. He's just getting embarrassed. Oh, a bit of revenge, but no! Not today! Broken Blade still finding the kill.
Does eventually pick up Odoamne, but it's a 2 for 1.
Caps. The rest of G2 just taking total control of the jungle while Broken Blade breaks down the mid tier 2. G2 so incredibly far ahead. Difficult for Excel to match at all. If anyone steps up to the wave, very likely they will be stunned up and taken out.
G2 are just putting so much pressure on the map. They're 4v4, 4v5, but maybe Excel can respond now.
Coming in, this could be a huge opportunity. Caps goes golden, buys a brief moment, but the rest of the team is down here. Odoamne in the area. Odoamne needs to go massive if they want to win this. Patrick's still standing, but Yike flashes in and takes him out. Odoamne on the backside trying to finish off Mickey desperately. One more Q, he's going to get it. Odoamne holding on to hope for Excel. Target's a VT off to the backside, need to quit away from Broken Blade. He's so incredibly strong. Excel finding a brief glimmer of hope, but Broken Blade looking to take it away. That's the stun, that's the follow-up from Yike. Broken Blade how long gonna leave strike, that's it! Broken Blade chasing for a little bit more. A sad B from Targamas. That might have been the last punch left for Excel as Broken Blade and Yike pushing in the bottom lane.
It was close until Yike and Broken Blade just stood tall and fought back. The only damage left was VT. Odoamne can't really answer this. They're gonna get this bot inhibitor. Caps has TP in 15 seconds. Patrick's up in 10, but I think they can just walk out afterwards. See if Excel want to take the fight. Top support versus top and jungle. Jin W lands. Here comes Circe. Broken Blade, no flash. Can't jump towards Yike though. In kind of like a 2v3 scenario because Mickey can't offer anything. They still win. Circe looking for Mickey again.
One all stack use. He's getting cut down. He has to dash out to safety. Barsalt is going to connect onto one. Mickey very, very low. Arrow going in. Circe gonna spin his way around that one. But Excel.
That is a 5.5k gold lead.
And not just for the memes, but that's insane.
No, it's 5.
G2, we're in miracle territory, folks. If they bring this back, should be impossible. But every time we say that, it seems like teams find a way.
So Baron picked up. Here comes the siege again from G2. It's going to become even more difficult. Poke Varus barely pushing 3 items. The Ashe scaling so well. With the Baron buff, they can just shoot out an arrow and just chunk someone else.
Arrow, gonna hit the clone. Incredibly crucial that Circe has that ability that can block that arrow. Void Staff now coming in for VTO. 3 items may be enough to burst through some of these tankier members, but Caps now with the Zhonya's as well. You got 2 Zhonya's. You got a stopwatch on everybody else. G2 investing that extra gold into a bit of stasis makes perfect sense. This is the thing that's so difficult about falling behind like this in League of Legends. You're not only behind in items when you don't have these actives like a stopwatch, like a Zhonya's. Team fighting feels impossible.
The Varus will juice just to chunk out Yike, but look at his health bar. I don't think he minds too much, so that's Caps stepping forwards.
Okay, that's a little bit brutal. Odoamne now going to try to punish onto Caps. He can go golden. He can use the stopwatch, and he's holding on to it for now as the tower falls.
He can TV back.
Odoamne holding on, trying to hold the line, but they're just tickling them. Broken Blade barely taking any damage. They're going to finish off Odoamne, and that should just be it. Here comes a full health. Caps TPing into the mid lane, looking to keep the momentum going. The early game of it back and forth. For the level 1 and total control for the G2 bottom lane. It's been snowballed throughout the entire game. Finally, they will kill Mickey. But it looks like they're going to get very little else. Broken Blade leaping in, going to deny at least 1 ultimate. He wants a few more kills. He's popping off. He should still die here. Stun going to go in. No, how did he do it?
The Nexus Towers are playing against Excel. It's a 6v5.
They went from close game to montage power hour here for the side of G2, but the new roster looking strong, looking fresh, looking clean, a confident first game from G2.
It was a 4-level lead. Pokish champions, you need some kind of gap close. Vi will get the job done. So interested to see where both these teams focus. There's only 1 melee champ on the KOI's draft with the Sejuani. Normally you like to have like, you know, Renekton, Nautilus, something like this to help you pair up with the stacks, but now it's just Renekton, Sejuani. So,
Can you pronounce Robin Hood for me one more time?
Robin Hood.
You have a great voice.
Oh, thank you.
Adam,
well, here comes the Olaf Classic.
doing Olaf
right
things.
enemy top laner.
Sagenda, you banned the Darius, but there's still 1 more champion. That was fun.
Yeah, and he's going to continuously do that every single time. Q through the wave, pick it up, get towards level 2, and of course he'll push the wave as well. I think Shigenda ideally wants to keep the wave near his tower so he can't get all in. Adam, of course, the lower HP gets, the happier he is. But okay, you can level 2 gank on Sejuani.
Oh, hold that thought. We're going to talk about
Adam's
Olaf.
Dead Olaf. Marang proved me wrong. Shigenda's only job is to not die.
Does Adam know that he has to all in here? He's ghosting. It seems to have sniffed it out. Q already now used. The W can slow him down, but he's ghosting. Are they actually going to be able to chase him down? The phase rush from Malrang. 1 more on him, but he does have E. He doesn't even take W. He's a psycho.
I take it back. I take it back. You can level 2.
Mount. It's get harder and harder for him. Sagenda, though, level 5, full Fury stack. Difficult for Adam to walk up, but trading for Olaf is just so good. This is such a brutal matchup. Level 6, obviously, for Sagenda could start to change things back. Good trade there overall, but Adam getting the wave in, all he really needed. Is
Shio gonna spot him? Yeah, he is. So, Valorant, no flash.
Gonna commit anyway. Gonna commit onto Adam. Now level 6 around the corner, he can get the stun. Adam. A little bit of shield there, now trying to back away. Sagenda ready. Is the follow-up gonna come through? Stun gonna connect. Real patient here. But also now the Q is back up. Sheo just re-engaging. Nothing happens. They're connecting from comp, but now on the top side of the map, Sheo in the area. Emote
thrown down. The challenge.
Here comes the Q.
Protected, notorious 2v2 monster, but it doesn't look like he's going to get a chance to escape. Just barely able to pop the ultimate, healing up just a little bit more. Flash now going down, but that should be the kill. Adam taking down Zagenda.
But plates do give more gold. There's a cross map, like I just mentioned, and Malrang still hovering on this top side. He knows that entering the bot side of the map, there's nothing to be done, and Adam with no ghost and
Pops up here for
yeah.
Koi.
Oh, yeah.
Are you voting yes or no?
I think Larson might drop an FF vote in a second. He's in trouble.
I don't know if he's FFing quite yet, but he's definitely taking a lot of shots here. Realm Orb coming out. Just gets pushed back.
1 out of 5 on the green. I can tell he's on fish for something. Arrow's not up though. Could just look for a steal.
On the smite.
Malrang just walks in.
Walk in, taking a lot of damage. Ults just goes completely wide. Cheo able to secure the objective, but Comp and Trimmy now trying to follow up. Labrov has been caught out though. At least trade 1 for 1 in the kills. And meanwhile on the top side we got a 1v1. Again, coming out on top quite easily, but Adam now fully committing for the exchange. Alti traded. CC immune Olaf, but he just flashed position to DPS check you, and that threshold for Renekton is when that Prowler's Claw is finished. I actually just don't think that there's anything you can do, and it's going to be a similarly difficult story.
It's awkward. You've got one member on either side, which are completely split off from the rest of the team.
Time to see how well they can execute the team fight here. Larson off to the side. Rise on the side is going to be big. Damage is huge. By instantly going to get taken down. Unstoppable, but not unkillable. Instant dragon take from the side of Koi. Complete confidence on the engage.
Unless some miracle steal happens.
Lower. Can the steal come through? Will they be able to take it away? That's going to be the objective. Malrang might just fall for it, but the entire team leaping forward to body block. He's still ticking, he's still burning. And he almost dies to the Tiamat. That could have been massive. Adam now chasing in. CC immune, but has to run back to safety. And the shutdown goes through!
I think he wasn't even aiming at
part immediately.
So now the Baron Siege comes in. Mid-tier 1 will fall quite easily. A bit of a 4-1 setup here.
This Hydra really paying off here in terms of just raw wave clear, making it that much easier.
Big stun.
It is a big stun. The follow-up now. Fine, now going in there looking to find one more pick. Larson now taking down. This is a massive fight. This could just be everything for BDS. There are no objectives on the map, but if they can keep this momentum going, maybe, just maybe.
Crowny's a bit far away. Oh no.
The gig is up, boys.
Run!
It's every man for himself. Shio waiting, debating. TP now coming in. They're already committing. Nook on the backside. Still has to be the one to deal so much damage. Lockdown on the rise is big. Larson still standing strong though. Now on the backside, it's Crowny firing shots. Everybody still standing now. 5 members strong. So many Heimerdinger turrets set up and ready to go. They're trying to burn down. It's going to be big. Ezreal now the turn coming out. Adam forced to walk away. Crowny does not have any mana. He cannot follow this one up.
No mana.
Dash forward. Gale Force 4-shot will not connect. Snare does flash in. He gets it. Clean. A little bit of style to finish that one off.
This tower that they came for. They also looked for a pick. 1 for 1 and a tower. Dragon is up though. So Comp will pick that one up with the rest of Koi as they look for that tower to make sure the Dragons are even across the board.
Infernal going to feel very good when you have so many carry threats in this team. 3 between the
Crowny, a bit split from the rest of the team though.
Alright, stepping forward. 6k getting lower. When is the call going to be to turn and fight? Are they just going to try to bet everything on this? They just want to flip it. Now trying to burn it down, but Shio's out of the pit. Shio needs to go back in to try to smite this. Shio charging the Q has to go back in, but they just give it. It's just a big leash, but now Adam, they're the meat grinder of the Olaf. Can he get anything done? Not today. Koi saying thanks for the leash, thanks for the fight.
What was that by BDS? They just Baron and Soul Point.
Such a difficult situation. Obviously felt confident to start that up, but they'll look back at that and evaluate. Should they have turned?
Will they crack open the base? A lot of wave clear on the side of BDS from the Azir.
Yeah, as well as the Ravenous Jhin. Damage going through means that tower should just fall on the bot side. In the meantime, Zagenda doing what he can in the 2v1, trying to turn it back, double dash through, dashing back in. So much damage, they go golden. Zagenda, does he have the cooldowns? No, not quite. But he does have another life. Guardian Angel being procced. Adam already starting to walk away. This was not the fight they bargained for.
It's over.
Koi just looking to end the game. Comp stepping up. Manages to mark Labrov. The damage follow-up is not there, but Crowny and Nuke doing what they can to hold on for as long as possible. Zagenda just TPing right back into the action. Koi looking to win their first game of the season. Very close, very contentious mid-game, but Koi just kept finding these small advantages, and now they've blown the game wide open.
The Azir turret doing work, though. They've put up a second Nexus tower for the time being. I'm not sure if Koi can end. I'm not sure
0-3, fully built. An extra Zanyas, because why not? That item is so strong. Here comes Larson and Zagenda. This should just be easy peasy. He's going to get pushed back, though. Buys a bit more space. Shio now needs to make his way out. Realm Orb coming in, and the retreat is there. TP coming down. Will get interrupted.
What just happened? Larson Realm Orbed Zagenda out. Then they canceled the TP onto Adam, who's TPing in front of Malrang. It's 2v3 on top side.
Fishing. That's the ulti down for the Heimerdinger. Malrang can just body block these shots. And again, BDS at this point are just fishing for anything, just trying to find some kind of advantage. The root has taken hold. Adam backing off. Crowny, Gale forcing in, desperate to get anything done. Now rank ticking away. Arrow's going to connect. Adam forced to ult and run back to safety. Larson on the flank once more. Nuke now going to be in trouble, forcing the flash out as well. BDS are losing so many tiny advantages, and here comes Renekton. 1-4, now going to go in with the Prowlers as well, and just instantly takes them down. Trimby following up, and there it is. The final fight for BDS, not the one that they wanted, but the one that they will get as Koi move in to break down the Nexus. Taking their time in the fountain, adding insult to injury, and Shio just doing what he can. But Larson's a tanky boy, and he's a fast boy as well with this phase rush. They're not ending the game. It's like ARAM.
Damage farming.
They say we go again.
Stats.
There it is. We'll go.
There it is. Win for Koi. Even Comp had a guard. Yeah,
that push all day long.
We've been talking about Karma as a support backstage fairly often, just in terms of controlling the waves. What do you think of this Varus Karma into the Ashe Xayah?
Yeah, I mean, you've got really, really good push for the Varus and the Karma, which means that Jankos has to get out of there.
Man, huge advantage here then for 113. Got that buff. Vault Breakers forward. Rather, Jankos is trying to do so. We'll be able to pick up the Scuttle. Continues to run down to 200, 120. Finn's waiting and an easy first blood against a former...
He's kind of frozen this wave. He's got it right in front of his turret. Astralis are doing Dragon on vision, so there goes Jankos. He knows exactly where everyone is.
Okay, no flash for a few more...
Weird time to TP, though.
Looks like he's going bottom lane, so he's catching the wave against Kobe. The Herald's still not yet secured. The fight's been started by Astralis, and Jankos has already thrown out that cease and desist. The Petrified Gaze locks up so many Astralis members, but it's Dayor that gets the kill onto Jankos, turning their attention to the Snake, and Ruby's dropped. Mercer...
Quick pick can turn it into objective, but now it could be a big team fight that's about to kick off. It's 1-1-3, too far forward.
Ashe Arrow, Petrifying Gaze is going to be thrown out. Younghood's holding on to it, throws out the volley, defensive flashes away. Dayor goes forward, the Root Prison's out, Ebby's in from behind, long range from Dayor, and he's taken down. Dayor, I didn't know.
Fortunately, Dayor is the one that ends up paying for the cost of this fight.
I mean, that all-out was awesome.
Yeah.
Every knocking him complete to safety. We're right out of the replay. Ashe Arrow connect, and Finn dunks it down. What is up with...
Under pressure to actually go for these big team fights when they're 2k goal behind.
Let's talk about those team fights. Do you think the 2,000 gold buffer that Astralis have is going to and then play for the objective, but what it requires is good vision, good planning. You need to ensure that you can actually make that move. Good damage coming back and forth between Ebby and Finn. The Grand Challenge is popped and Ebby just destroys him.
That is that bog standard combo for K'Sante. Knock him underneath the tower, go with the all-out, and even though it was a nice riposte coming through from Finn to stop him going further, there might be more.
There is indeed cease and desist. Younghood, you go back to the fountain.
And I mean, this is just Heretics coming
A
along.
little bit of control of the rift.
Yeah, they weren't able to go for that play because Ebby at reset had the TP to try and join that Rift Tower if needs be. You find that big win, then you can trade for towers on both sides, but Jankos doesn't want to trade his life.
No, 5 seconds for his flash. We'll be able to use that Q to get away to safety. Continue to step forward. Now the next target, Shaq Spectre's blown up. Absolutely dominated. 2 flashes thrown out from Astralis. They get
Side, look for another one, maybe even look for pressure on mid. In 2.5 minutes, they've got that Dragon. That's going to be their next big point that they want to try and look for.
That's the first tower that's... The Herald has been dropped down mid. Dagda, let's turn our attention to Dragon. Up in 40 seconds. You have to feel that's going to be a focus once this tower falls, as Kobe's the one's being chunked down.
Oh, here we go.
Twin Fang off the Twin Fang. Miasma is out. He's grounded. He's locked down. He's ceased and desist, and it's Ruby that gets the kill credit. That was just really a mistake. You cannot afford this close to Dragon spawning.
Great timing from Heretics as well, though. Look at where that top lane
Warmed up, and you mentioned it, that wave state, the play from Heretics, it unlocks at least a start here onto the Dragon. Zebi goes forward, chunked out by Finn. Mercy's coming in from the side. Ruby's Petrifying Gaze is on cooldown, but the Twin Fangs are not. Chase forward here from Mercer as well. Finn's riposte doing so much work, but he can't get away from the poison. 1-1-3 is now backed up by Dayor, and Kobe's coming from the...
Even struggled in summer, right? It's this mid game that has really started to fall apart, and now Heretics want to punish an overextension.
Dun 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 dun. Locked into place, a lot of CC. Mercer wants to pin him down. The Crystal Arrow stopped Ebby. The Heartbreaker will come out. So for 1-1-3 goes for another. Heartbreaker turns around. Ruby's the next target, but Jankos is doing work on the backside. Kobe steps forward, uses that Blade Game Hook. Blade Caller tricks the blades out. Waiting for the E, holding on to it. Teleport chasing down as Kobe's not going to be able to find Jankos. A bloodbath in the bottom bottom lane.
I mean, they managed to get these kills back, which could be so crucial for them, but looking at the mid, you can see Jack Spectra had shoved in that mid wave, which is why Astralis were able to outnumber Heretics on this bot side, get their vision control set up. Jonghoon look for the pick, though.
All right, Ash Arrow connects onto Ruby. Where's the follow-up? Nothing there. Won't even defend the tower, so at
Find
least...
a pick as Astralis enter, but as long as they play in towards the lack of vision that's there for Astralis, they should be totally fine.
Oh, Jankos goes over the wall. Cease and desist onto Jonghoon. His flash has been thrown out, and Finn will be late to this party. It's Ruby that gets the kill. I talked about...
Really do very much. It's more a show of bravado than anything else.
You know, when you zoom out of that previous play, the fact that Ebby been able to push this bottom lane literally uncontested for several minutes, plus the fact that Heretics were already inside Astralis jungle to set up like some sort of play for Dragon, that's kind of that forward-thinking planning that we're seeing, and part of the reason the Heretics are now slow in the red buff of Heretics. Finn continues to look for those vitals. Ebby steps forward, finding opportunities for that pathmaker and footwork. Riposte comes out. The trades continue to go back and forth, all out thrown. Teleport now being channeled in the bottom lane as the cease and desist in the middle. River, that's a grounded, that's a rooted, that's Ruby as well as Jankos getting yet another respective kill. Dale running for his life in KOVA. You've got no front line. You've got no one to protect you. Not going to be able to step on the miasma. The blade callers come back out. You don't manage to get one, but all of a sudden they're running for their lives. Ruby continues to chase forward. Another huge E before he's taken down. It's Jack Spectra with a piercing arrow. That finds the kill. The 1v1 went the way of Finn, and now Dayo's running for his life. Not going to take it out just yet. Realm warps to safety.
And now you got the follow-up as Finn is here, grounded, and not going to make it out. Just about able to escape up. Really good Cassiopeia play from Ruby here.
Production team telling me that Dayo, I think, went down to 95 hit points. Not enough time to unpack that as Finn is in the fray. He's taken out by Ebby once more. The third team have started the Baron.
Yeah, and I mean, look, the shot. Ooh, hang on, Ebby.
Oh, what's 113 doing? Looking for Ebby, finds him. Heartbreaker was used, steals away. Cassante.
He goes down. Now Heretics are on the top side of the map, so KOVA gets to take mid-turret. So the little slow...
No TP out yet. He's making his way just behind the wolf camp. Jankos looking into the pit, and it's not Astralis. They've secured it. Jankos goes forward, but there's no support just yet. Finally, Ruby as well as Jack Spectra put the damage down to take him out. Finn, running distraction, but all of a sudden Ebby's alive. Can the teleport change and save the day? There he comes. Ebby steps forward. The damage is so huge from Heretics. Jack Spectra gets himself a double kill as KOVA finds one in reply. 3 members of Astralis down. They got Baron, but they've only got 1 kill for themselves.
Again, Heretics, though, are playing so well around the way this Cassiopeia wants to set up. They're constantly moving into these small corridors, making sure they've got the miasma set up. The shorter range composition from Astralis can't get in on top of them, and that's why they're able to turn these fights. And as you say, 30 seconds until Dragon. Astralis are still on the run.
Oh, Ebby's going to look to catch out Finn, looking to go all out and pull him backwards. Another kill secured. 26. We've got 30 minutes of footage to see what Heretics are doing, and you see that some of the miscommunication, like the timing for Ebby's teleports at that first Rift Herald, and like movement around the map. But then you contrast it to that previous Baron fight, and it felt like the entire team was just on the same page. They chased together, they stuck together, and then we'll be able to find a disappointing situation as Ebby gets taken out. I think not expecting that many members of Astralis
to chaos, and then looking to find these picks. This composition does that so well.
Oh, Heartbreaker, not going to find target just yet. There's some steps forward. Finn has jumped into the fray. The grand challenge was issued, but Astralis are now running for their lives. KOVA is so low. Ebby's on the back, looking for the all-out. Can't find the target. He's jumped on by Finn. It's a fight on 2 fronts. Ebby goes down, and no one. And I think you can really clearly see with these 2 teams playing right now that we are at the beginning of the winter split. Ruby's going to try find himself at least 1 kill onto KOVA. The Twin Fangs going out, but the stopwatch buys so much time and reply. KOVA's going to take it down. Ruby will get traded in a 1v2. He finds the kill. Have nearly everything. Correction, they do have everything available. It's a minute to go for Elder. Baron is alive. Dayor will go golden 4 now, and KOVA's firing out the double daggers. Ebby goes out once again, and Dayor's caught. He's trapped and he's dunked.
I mean, this debut game here, he's not even going to get into a position to look for a steal.
No, not this time around. Baron secured by Heretics. The Dragons, and more importantly, the way those kills have come about, it's leaning obviously Heretics' favors.
Yeah, I mean, the fact you have the soul is massive, but also just the fact like Ruby's massive on this Rod of Ages, fully stacked here. This Rod of Ages gives 164% gold efficiency, and Heretics capitalize.
I mean, you see that in terms of initiation tools. What options did Astralis have? Right now, they are being jumped on once again. They're slow to the fray. Dayor golden in and amongst 5 Heretics. Ebby is locked up and rooted down, but stays alive. That is right from Ruby. Kasante and Evie get themselves another, and that was just disgusting. The Elder has now been started as Evie continues to chase forward, looking for Finn, backed up by Mercer as well as Yankos. The riposte by some time, but it's too little, it's too late. With Baron and Powered Minions, they're pushing into the base.
I mean, Ruby's played Challengers Korea, LPL, PCS, EU Masters, and he puts his mark on the LEC with that play. That was nasty, and manages to pick up the win for Heretics office.
10-3 and 9 on the Cassiopeia into the Rise. Heretics managed to pick up the win in their debut game of the 2023 Winter Split. It's Evie, Jack, Spectra, and Mercer taking down the Nexus as Heretics take down Astralis.
It wasn't the cleanest.
Lost 3 of them. Yes! We have a Kassadin in the mid lane. Dagda, zoom out. Tell me how both of these teams want to win their games.
Yeah, so definitely for Mad Lions, I feel like you're going to be using the fact that you got this strong balls rank, getting Karzi early leads, and with the likes of this Rift Child, they can do just that. And Karzi, I mean, you're up against Execute.
Make their way. Certus can come in from behind. DOS has hit level 6. The final chapter is being read. The fish has been rooted, but the first blood has been secured by Yoya onto Marcoon. Immediately traded back as Hesang's turned into Sushi, and Yoya runs for it at max stacks. And Marcoon is uncontested and unchallenged on this dragon. While that's going on, Chasey's going to go and do some dirty farming between towers, and on the bottom lane, Exekick and DOS were shoving all the way in. I mean, Kazi's low, he's used the culling. So SK, they go in and get the objective.
They do
the
get
tower down as well, and that's actually huge into a Kassadin, and also, as you mentioned, speed the game up, unlock the Victor, and make sure that Certus doesn't have a
DOS walk into it, which they might actually be right now, but you can see what I mean, right? It becomes very difficult for Mad Lions to group around the mid lane.
That wave in. Chasey standing toe-to-toe. The dragon's being burnt down, and Certus will arrive in a moment. SK got the first dragon. The second is now likely to go the way of Mad Lions. Irrelevant uses the all-out. Dragon is secured by Mad Lions. The final chapter on top of the gravity field, and Certus is being burnt down by the culling. He rift walks away to safety. Flash has been burned. Certus stays alive until the laser takes him out from Niski. So far, it's a 1-for-1, but the dragon goes the way of Mad.
They're on the wrong side of the map.
On the wrong side of the rift. Exekick's doing what he can with that burst fire. Flashes over the wall. DOS will use that dash back in the zoomies. Continues to burn away. Exekick gets out from the laser. Kazi flashes forward. One more shot does it. And now DOS will manage to escape.
On champions like the Talias and everything in between that could actually get out and start to move, but with the Victor, not exactly a roam heavy champion, but now starting to show his chops when it comes to just raw damage in that control mage position.
Oh, someone wants to fight, someone wants to fight. Marcoon's going all the way forward. The teleport's coming in, but it may be too little. It may be too late. Irrelevant needs to run for his life as Certus is being burned down by Niski. Chased backwards. That's at least one for Exekick. And Chasey can't close the gap just yet. Pushing that wave forward. We still have a 4v4, but it's SK that are low.
I was convinced we just cursed Niski, but a great sidestep means that he stays alive, and once more Mad Lions starting to push in. It is a 1-for-1 trade. Karzi!
Look at that! The Gale Force as well as the rapid fire cannon. Certus is low. He's got the cat and he's back. Exekick chunked and taken down.
There's no place like home.
There's no place like home. Certus is next. You can't go anywhere. Caught between a rock, a home place, and a Pride Alliance. Mad Lions dominating.
What is it going to look like? What are we going to see come out from this team? And this is a dominating performance against SK.
Now remember, this combination of players have changed 3 out of the 5 from last year. They are coordinating and calculating their plays incredibly well. Starting with Baron at 20 minutes. Irrelevant, no ultimate available to him. Stepping forward, Kazi's going to be dashed away to safety. Chasey's caught at least Marcoon on the back. Cole the Meek is doing so much as Marcoon dashes over the wall. Baron secured, plus another kill.
Though might have overextended that bit too far.
Well, let's find out. That's the Rift Walk. Force Pulse. Uses that Q. Backup comes in. Chasey's got himself one. Continues to hammer away. Will get taken out. 1-for-1. They deny at least the other after the other. If they can't get past the Wukong, the Victor, the Renekton, it's so difficult to get to the Lucian, for example. All the mobility's in there, and when they're down...
They're just going to basically take the fact that they have that Baron and see if they can now find their opportunity to push forward. Certus is going to try and trade in the side lane, but I think it's kind of as you say, right? This is where it's now starting to become too little too late. you're not getting to a stage where you're massive. Certus is level 14 with that extra level coming through.
Approach to the gameplay, the way that Mad Lions have moved their resources around, like you can really see the level of teamwork and cohesion between them as the Dragon secures, and they almost get Certus as well.
I mean, it's also been very clean, right?
Yes.
I mean, there are some moments where maybe in the laning phase it could have been punished, but when it gets this mid-game, they aren't overextending, they're taking it nice and calm, they're playing it the way they should, and this is what I think a lot of people were worried about for Mad Lions, is that they kind of just go, all right, let's just see what we can do here, let's all in and go.
Replay? Is this a replay? Nope, this is yet another siege. Top lane tower. Certus this time not under too much trouble. It's going to be Niski caught out. He's got the flash available to him. Dunk comes down as Kazi forced to dash away to safety. Still got cleanse, still got flash. Cyclone won't hold anyone in place long enough. Nobody goes down. The tower is exposed though.
That was a clutch stopwatch from Niski. Stopped the all-out from Irrelevant. You could see the animation had just started for it. Kept him alive. Meant that Irrelevant was overextended. And that meant that the rest of Mad Lions did then clean up the fight. Now they get that tower. You've still got that push that had been set up by Chase in the mid lane as well, which Exakick now has to deal with. And again, just taking it nice and slow. Nobody's going that too far forward. And you're just going to be able to set up for more dragons.
Marcoon has jumped on. Slice and dice and stuck in place with that Ruthless Predator. Chasey committing the flash as well. They get the tower, they get the kill.
When the rest of the team is there to help finish
Does it
it
happen
out.
again? Does it happen again? Not just yet. Irrelevant's escaping for now. Turns it deck around. Now Xkick's trying to put some damage in reply. He's got himself one, but now Yoya's turning on. Certus is taken out with the help of Kazi. Irrelevant stays alive just a few seconds longer. It's a double for Kazi, going crazy. A third is secured by Niski. A double. 1,000 gold. 26 minutes in. Tower is now being popped in front of the inhibitor. 10 seconds to Baron, a minute and a half until Dragon. I mean, look, it has been a bit of a clinic since we came out of that laning phase. Kazi's a huge bounty. Kazi's a huge bounty. Kazi's a huge bounty, but Niski's going to be the focus. Kasante's caught inside that gravity field. Kazi's going to escape with that flash. Niski gets dropped in place by the cease and desist, and Irrelevant stays alive. Another fantastic going golden for Niski. All out will push Yoya away. 1-2 more kills. 4 Mad Lions. A third will fall in just a moment. Marcoon taken out as well as Doss. It is an ace for the Pride, and they're pushing into the base of SK.
I mean, fool me once, fool me twice. That is not going to work out for SK. Mad Lions, with picking off all 5 members for a clean ace, will look to end this one out in style.
Fantastic performance from start to finish. Mad Lions on the hunt, and Mad Lions dominate SK Gaming. And for everyone watching at home, unfortunately the death timers on our HUD stopped working just in those last few moments of the fight.
So he wants to make sure that he has all of his flanks covered. We talked about, though, already Wonder going back towards that Gragas. Good peel, bit of disengage, and that tanky front line that Fnatic needed.
Okay, do you like champions specifically as we've seen them drop as well? We already see that little engage in the bottom lane and Bo making another move.
Yeah, I do love the idea of Perks going, well, I mean, I can't have Doomby, but if I just nick his jungler...
It's happening, it's happening, it's happening! Reckless Cleanse is already used, he's stepping forward into Neon. Here comes Bo! First blood, and I love it! When
Razork, though, great job avoiding the ward.
Did he hop over? There we go. Spots someone out now. At least there'll be some information. Perks step forward. He doesn't know Rux is there. Caught out by the scat to the weak room prison, as well as the taxi. Rux knocks up one. Razork gets the kill. Fnatic are on the board. Bo steps forward and only level 4. Smoke screen into the Zenith blade. There's so much damage on Razork. Needs to get past the bodies. And Photon arrives. He teleports to the fray. That's another kill for Vitality. Humanoids once again in the lane and stepping forward, trying to use and doesn't find a target. Photon and Bo, they are now backing out. They're going to pick up the honey fruit. We got a 4-on-4.
So tense. Everyone is just setting up. They really want to find that fight, but no one wanted to commit to the angle. Razork does, though.
That's going to be the Shield of Daybreak. That's going to stop down Razork. Knocked up into the air from Rux. Humanoid with Scan the Weak. It's flashed away from Kaiser, stays alive. Collateral damage finds no kills. Photon doesn't find a stun. Razork is going to be hopping and skipping forward, but the damage is huge from Perks. The body slam from Wonder still kills nobody. There is Cage. Photon gets one. He's taken out by Humanoid, and now on the retreat. Wonder is low. There's not enough damage to follow.
This can work together to set up Fnatic for success.
Talking briefly about that pick, the on-hit barrage into the Dragon Pit wall. Teleport being channeled into the middle lane as Perks arrives. Realm Warp is up, and Humanoid forced to flash. Caught out. Solar Flare locked down. Everything thrown at him, and kill secured by Bo.
That was sick. Really well played by Perks. Manages to get the kill on tours. Humanoid?
I wonder how, I wonder why. Photon hit me head and made him die. Wonder's in trouble. Throws out the slow leap strike, and the tower will take him down. Body slam out, and Photon gets the solo. Too surprising. Fnatic, however, with an answer. They drop the Rift Herald. They will secure the first tower of the game. They will close that goal difference. This Dragon is not stolen. That Fnatic may have another late gamer tool to play with.
Yeah, I think this is where we're starting to look at, okay, where...
Apply that pressure top through that advantage you just talked about, Dagda. Rux and Reckless looking to jump onto Perks. He locks down Razork for now, and Reckless secures the kill with that piercing arrow. That's the third secured. This will open up a tower, and Fnatic are going to be in control of the Rift if they can secure this objective.
And I love how Fnatic are playing this. Like, look at the amount of red wards that are on this top side. They've been so good at getting vision set up, then makes now can try and make plays towards this mid lane. Photon needs to escape though.
All right, Dark Sphere used, lots of sidesteps, ward into the hop, another sidestep, Counter-Strike buying some time, Grandmaster's Might, and then it is just a matter of time. Kill secured by Humanoid, 5-4. Razork gets himself another stack. That's the 5th of the game. Another tower falls.
Around that could have been an inhibitor turret though. So now it's a lot of pressure created for Vitality in this top side. If Photon is put in the top side of the map for this Dragon in 2 minutes time.
Shadow Perks. Smoke screen is thrown out, the tower will be secured. So 3 towers apiece in the river. Fnatic making their way forward. Rux has got the ability to throw down the quickness, stepping forward. Bow collateral damages backwards, knocked up into the air. The explosive cast revenge comes out. Perks is not going to be able to channel the round one. It's a double kill for Wonder, and Fnatic
by Razork and setting up Fnatic for a great start to the season.
21 minutes for the escape. While that's going on, mid and bot is being pushed all the way into Fnatic's base, and Fnatic's not Baron.
I mean, they have to pull the TP out of Photon. They know he'll go for the base if they keep going. So now, he's out of there, both done.
They did it! Absolutely fantastic from Wonder. The flex engage and the cast. The bottom lane tower does look like it's going to survive. Fnatic take the seconds until that dragon spawns. Teleports coming in from behind. Photon's looking for the flank Dagda, but it's not going to matter. There's already a kill. Fnatic have taken down Neon. Photon cannot get over the wall, and Humanoid buys time, goes golden. It's Bow blown up. Now Perks running for his life. The Lamb's respite keeps Fnatic alive, and Photon cannot do much. Hops all the way forward, gets Razork if he's taken down himself.
I mean, they're catching Vitality out when Vitality think they're the ones making the play.
Pulling the trigger so quickly to back it up. Phenomenal game thus far. And frankly, it's been great from both sides, but it's been Fnatic landing more punches.
It feels like it's coming down to those little decisions. Vitality backing off of that inhibitor turret where that could have been a point of contact. Well, now they can play for that second, third dragon. But, I mean, Reckless, that was gorgeous. Catching onto Kaiser there, buys a little bit more space, and then Neon decides to ult, and Humanoid punishes him for it immediately. Fnatic then managing to flash over the wall, they're regrouped. Vitality are still scrambling to get themselves in position, and it was so close to being such a nice play. Photon TPing past Vision to try and get in onto Fnatic.
To apply pressure on the other halves of the map. This is a bounty tower that will give some gold back to Vitality. Fnatic should be able to reply with one of their own in that top lane tower. Top lane rather. 6 level 17. Photon 16 making his way to the river. This Baron is secured. No doubt about it. Bo too late to the party. He's also down 2 levels. For the time being, Razork on 16, got that 3rd tier on Lamb's respite, the engage on multiple fronts. Kaiser's already down, traded for Rux. Razork throws out the ulti, keeps himself alive, looking for the heal. Humanoid unleashes the spirit, but won't find the kill. Razork's not doing it. They chase too far. Fnatic with 2 split, but can they close it out? Razork gets taken out. Bo gets himself 1. Baron is secured though. Keep that in mind as Reckless drops 2. Vitality find themselves 4 kills. How much can they get from this? They're teleporting bottom, Dagda.
The Photon's going to try and crack open the base. Perks is keeping 1. They're at bay. Won't be able to find the kill, but I mean, they're just going for the bot side. That was the miracle play.
No way.
That was it.
Dagda, can they finish? There's no way they can finish. Minion
Stop the board.
to move forward. Down there, down. No, Wonder's been able to recall. He can clear some of this.
It's an AP grind as he can clear out the wave as long as he's able to keep them off. The ultimate is going to be up soon. Vitality was the difference maker.
They're gonna go again. They're gonna go again. Perks starts to channel the realm warp. He jumps in behind. Wonder steps forward. The body slam finds no one. Chain of corruption slowly starting to spread. Wonder's being focused and forced down. It's a 5 versus 4. The solar flare is sidestepped. No CC lands. Reckless cut off from the rest of Fnatic. 30 seconds until the Elder Dragon. Photon finds the stun. Humanoid sidestep. No flash available to him. Rux running for his life as the collateral damage chips away at the hit points. Neon, Arcane shifts forward, looking for Mystic Shot. Optimistic shot. Razork flashes for his life. It's Humanoid that gets another. But look at the AoE. Vitality are in control of the fight. Reckless cannot fire a single shot. He cannot find the kills. And Vitality, they're pushing down the bottom lane.
How are Vitality alive? They have no right to be back in this game. But one fight against Fnatic, and they are going for the end. They say screw the dragon. They want to finish this.
10 seconds before Wonder's up. He's got the ult available to him. That minion wave needs to be cleared very quickly. Reckless cannot afford to go down. The minions are now being channeled. Tower number 1 starting to fall. The bounty is still up and available. Solar flares up in just a few seconds for Kaiser. Here comes Wonder, waiting for the explosive cast. The body slam forward. Cast goes sideways. Super minion still pouring forward. Wonder, take it down. Reckless is next. Vitality have done it. Vitality have punished and destroyed Fnatic's necklace. Oh!